People of the Realm, Season 6 is well and truly over, and just like we've waited years for Dany to get her beautiful ass out of Meereen, I've also waited a bloody long time for a Greyjoy revival. Today's video is all about the man who's the craziest Greyjoy of them all. It's all about Euron, and what's in store for him in Season 7. Westerosi and Essosi. For those of you who haven't yet had the chance to visit the Citadel and read any of the fine books by a certain George R.R. Martin, fear not, for this video just contains my ponderings and predictions based on the show alone. So here's a quick recap on the story of Euron Greyjoy so far. Euron Greyjoy has returned home after a round the world trip. This was done after he fell out with his brother Balon Greyjoy. Many viewers initially thought it was odd that he'd return at such an opportune time. I mean, after all, Balon had just fallen off a bridge to his death, hadn't he? Well, no, as we later found out, viewers had the right to be suspicious, as it was revealed that Balon was thrown from the bridge in Pike by none other than dodgy Euron Greyjoy. Now with his brother out of the way, the Ironborn are as good as his. A Kingsmoot was called and many expected Theon to stake a claim, but instead he chose to back his sister Yara. Now this paved the way for Euron to produce a grand old speech, and grander promises came along with that, and that seemed to convince a lot of the Ironborn. Now having won the Kingsmoot, rather too easily in my opinion, he orders that both Theon and Yara to be killed. Unfortunately, they're one step ahead and have actually run off with all the Ironborn's best ships. Euron quickly commands the Ironborn to chop down all their trees and vows to build 1,000 ships. And with these ships, he plans to sail to Daenerys and seduce her with them. Now before this can be done, the exiled siblings Theon and Yara arrive in Meereen and make a deal with Dany. It states that they will provide her with their ships and allegiance if she backs Yara for the Iron Isles. In return, Dany wishes them to stop all raids on the Seven Kingdom, thusly giving up their old ways. Sounds a fair trade, right? I'm not too sure. Let's assume for a moment that Euron manages to build his 1,000 ships before Dany and the gang get on over to Westeros. Euron's character's goal is to wed her, then become king. The writer's goal is to use Euron as a method to stall Dany's invasion. So how exactly do I think this will happen? Well, the Greyjoys are currently divided, so surely they're going to meet at some point. Perhaps during a parley in which Dany will receive a wedding proposal from the man himself. Let's not forget that she purposely left Daario behind so she could gain strength through marriage, and this would be an opportunity she might not be able to turn down. Now when the King of the Ironborn shows up with 1,000 ships and a proposition, what's more important to her? Is it going to be the military power of a massive navy? Or is it going to be her previous agreement, her words with Yara? I think Dany is gonna go with the latter. I think she's going to decline Euron for the simple matter that he is uncontrollable, cruel, and she is also given her word. She knows that with Yara she would have a longer term benefits, and I'm not just talking about the sexy time she might get, I'm talking about the security of Westeros for her realm. This alone could bring Westerosi allies, but it could also alienate them as well to know that Dany is teaming up with some of the Greyjoys. It's going to be strange to see how that plays out. I'm not sure if I can see a Mallister joining forces with Dany. Yeah, it's going to be strange, we'll find out though. Now Dany's choice will benefit Westeros in the long term, but what she's actually going to do by rejecting Euron is she's going to inadvertently push him towards her enemies. And tell me, why would Euron now wish to marry Dany to become King of the Iron Throne when the current Queen is also available and in need of an alliance? My prediction for Season 7 and for Euron is this: that he and Cersei will come to an arrangement, maybe even become consorts of a type, and their combined forces will meet Dany's fleet for a massive naval battle, most likely in episode 9. I expect Euron to consolidate his power whilst his fleet is rebuilt before this, whilst he's also pursuing his political goals, such as trying to marry Dany in the first place. Finally, a Greyjoy with a military brain. And I actually forgot to mention how he's actually going to convince Cersei to enter into this alliance. I'm just going to put up a quick spoiler alert because it is a potential for those of you who have not read the books. So you've had your opportunity, you ready for it? Here's how Euron is going to convince Cersei. He's the only person who knows how to deal with the dragons. Maybe he found something when he was out there, book readers will know what it is, but I won't go too much in depth for that now. So the fires of Theory grow cold for now. I'm really looking forward to the Greyjoy restoration storyline, and let's hope that it's done well. And as we all know, the writers now have plenty of time to finally get it right. Now, what do you think about this video? Would you like to see more character season 7 prediction videos like this one? I do actually like to hear what you think about this, and I would love to hear what you guys think is going to happen with the Greyjoys. Am I right? Am I wrong? There's no bloody way to tell. As always, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and comment, as it really does help. If you're interested in channel updates, you can also check out my Twitter too. That's the promotional shit over with. So, gather your furs, down your favourite swill, and be on your way. But remember, I'm the Northlander. You know nothing, and neither do I.